Your keto numbers look perfect. Carbs are low, ketones are up. Hunger is quiet, energy is steady, and the scale just stares back at you like you are doing everything wrong. That contradiction makes people quit. Here is the punchline. You can be fully keto and still block fat loss by overshooting protein. Not because protein is bad, but because your target changed. When the goal is fat loss, protein stops being a brag and starts being a lever. Moving to slide 2. Protein is not a virtue, it is a tool. If your goal is fat loss, you still need a calorie deficit. If your goal is muscle, you need enough protein plus hard training to give it a reason to stay. Keto often lowers appetite, which helps the deficit happen. But higher protein can quietly raise how much you eat, even with clean macros. Your macros are not morality, they are strategy, and strategy changes when leanness is on the line. Moving to slide 3. One of the easiest ways to stall is going too lean with your protein choices. Chicken breast, egg whites, ultra-lean beef, protein powder. All of it adds up in calories, but it often hits weaker on satisfaction than a meal that includes some fat. So what happens? You finish the lean meal and you start hunting. A little sauce, a handful of nuts, a keto snack, another bite while you cook. Fat becomes the villain, so you avoid it on the plate. Then you accidentally add it back in the pantry. The deficit disappears quietly, and you blame carbs or your hormones instead of the math that just shifted. Staying keto is not enough. You have to stay satisfied enough to stop eating. Moving to slide 4. Yes, protein can become glucose. No, it is not an automatic conversion, where every extra gram turns into sugar. Your body makes glucose when it needs it, and demand drives that need. Stress, poor sleep, and hard training can all raise glucose requirements. Some people notice the effects faster, like higher morning glucose, or feeling less ketogenic after very high protein days. The move is not fear. The move is matching protein to need, not to anxiety. Moving to slide 5. Keto does not mean zero insulin. You always have insulin because you need it to live. Protein triggers insulin too. That is normal. It helps move amino acids into cells and supports repair. The issue for fat loss is dose and timing. Bigger protein hits can create a bigger insulin response, especially if you stack them with frequent eating. And insulin does not have to be high to matter. Even moderate rises can temporarily blunt lipolysis, meaning your body slows the release of stored fat while it handles what is coming in. So if you are doing 3 big protein shakes, plus a giant lean dinner, plus protein snacks between meals, you are giving your body repeated signals that food is still arriving. Fat loss can slow, even if carbs stay low. That does not mean you should slash protein. It means you should stock protein grazing. Keep protein to what your goal requires, and concentrate it into real meals with enough fat and fiber to end the meal. When insulin spikes are smaller and less frequent, stored fat gets more uninterrupted time to do its job. Moving to slide 6. If you keep pushing protein higher and higher, hunger can actually creep back in. Very high protein can flatten ketones for some people, and lower ketones can mean less built-in satiety. Lean protein also tends to feel incomplete, like your brain is still waiting for the rest of the meal. Then cravings return quietly, and you start snacking to compensate. Protein is powerful, but it is not a free pass, especially when it shows up as a drink. Moving to slide 7. A protein shake looks controlled, but it can be the fastest way to overshoot your day. Liquid protein digests quickly, and when you do not chew, you usually do not get the same fullness signals. That makes it easy to drink calories while your appetite still feels unresolved. Then come the add-ons. Nut butters, milk, yogurt, fruit, collagen, MCT oil, keto extras. Each one sounds small, but the total can quietly become a full meal plus a snack. The other problem is timing. When you sip protein between meals, you blur your real hunger signals, so you keep topping off instead of letting a clean gap form. If you want protein to work for you, make most of it solid food, eaten at meals, with totals you can actually measure. Moving to slide 8. Set protein with a target in grams, not a percentage of calories. Percentages change when you eat less, which can accidentally push protein so high that you feel wired, hungry, or stalled. A simple starting point is to base it on your goal body weight. For many people, somewhere around 0.7 to 1.0 grams per pound of goal weight per day is a workable range. Then adjust from there. If you lift hard, bias toward the higher end. If training is light, you do not need to play it safe by going higher and higher. More is not automatically better, and it can crowd out the fat that helps you feel satisfied. Track your actual grams for 1 week, then change one thing at a time. A clear target is easier to hit when your meals are sized on purpose. Moving to slide 9. Meal size matters as much as the daily total. Giant protein portions in one sitting can create a bigger response than you need. Then you end up hunting for snacks later. Spread your protein across meals so each one feels complete. Stop trying to fix the day with an enormous dinner. Avoid constant grazing, and give yourself real breaks between meals so fat burning has time to show up again. Consistency beats heroic portions. Moving to slide 10. Training changes the rule. Lifting increases protein needs, and it also gives that protein somewhere useful to go. Long endurance work can raise your demand for glucose, so you may need a different mix around those sessions. Good recovery lowers stress hormones, which helps appetite feel calmer. On rest days, you may need less protein and fewer calories overall. Match intake to output, and your results start looking a lot less mysterious, especially when the goal is not just weight loss, but body recomposition. Moving to slide 11. A stall and a recomp can look identical on the scale for a week. If you only watch body weight, you can miss real progress or panic over normal noise. Start treating the scale like a trend tool, not a judge. Weigh daily if you can, then compare weekly averages, same conditions each morning. Now add the metric that tells the truth faster, your waist. Measure at the same spot, relaxed, after using the bathroom, 2 or 3 times per week. If your average weight is flat, but your waist is shrinking, you are likely losing fat while holding water or gaining a bit of muscle. Strength trends matter too. If your reps or loads are creeping up and your waist is steady or down, that is not a stall. Water shifts can mimic a plateau for days, sometimes longer. Hard training, higher salt, poor sleep, stress, and menstrual cycle changes can all increase water retention without adding fat. Track at least 2 metrics, preferably 3: weight trend, waist trend, and strength trend. Then you fix what is actually broken, not what looks scary on one random check-in. Moving to slide 12. When progress is unclear, run a simple 14-day test instead of guessing. First, hold protein steady every day. It keeps hunger predictable and protects lean mass while you adjust other calories. Next, cut hidden fat calories. Cooking oil, butter, creamy sauces, cheese, nuts, and healthy spreads can quietly erase your deficit. Measure them for 2 weeks. Reduce liquid calories. Coffee add-ins, alcohol, juice, smoothies, and just a splash drinks are easy to underestimate. Keep carbs consistent. Big swings in carbs change water storage and can mask fat loss on the scale, even when the plan is working. Choose a daily range and stick to it. After 14 days, look at your averages and your waist. Clean data beats constant tinkering, and it also tells you when you should not be doing this alone. Moving to slide 13. Get help sooner if you take diabetes medications, because dose changes and low blood sugar risks are real. If you have kidney disease, are pregnant, or have a history of disordered eating, you need supervision, not internet protocols. If things feel off, lab work and a clinician beat guessing. Subscribe for more practical, evidence-based nutrition. Comment with your current 2 metrics and your last 14-day trend. This content is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. Consult a qualified healthcare professional before making changes to diet, exercise, or medications. Stable blood sugar changes everything.